Hello, my name is MAMPHO RAMOVHA, and I'm a commissioning editor at Multichoice for scripted content, but my portfolio mainly is telenovelas.
My name is NONTYATYAMBO Daniel. My industry name has become Flower, which is a direct translation of NONTYATYAMBO. I am a producer and an operations manager for Stained Glass Productions.
How has the years of experience and your journey changed the type of leader that you guys have become?
Oh wow, in terms of my journey, I've met so many people. I've met so many people with different types of talent, different types of strengths and weaknesses. Some obviously I learned from, not just on myself and what I've been doing, it's just I've learned from other people. And that has definitely shaped the type of leader that I am, where I honestly respect what everybody brings onto whatever project I'm working on. And it's very important to respect that, even though I'm a commissioning editor, right? If she comes to me as a producer, she's got a skill set that at that particular moment that I need. So I really need to respect what she comes with. So that's how I kind of lead in terms of the projects that I work with. My number one thing is always respect the people that you work with. Yeah. So because starting out, it was not very easy. It was very easy also just to be not seen when you start out. Overlooked, yeah.
Unheard.
And yeah, I mean, I think a lot of women will probably use those same words that we're using of unseen and unheard. Even though we were qualified or we went to school, you know, it seemed like when you come in as a woman, you literally are 10 steps back from your male counterparts. Yeah. Especially if you're going to be behind the scenes. And also in terms of growth, I think more women now are not just producers. We're not just pen pushers or schedulers or the likes. We're actually just the creatives, we're the writers, we're the directors, we're the DOPs, like you heard, you know. So that's something that's actually, I mean, when I came into the industry, I didn't know any female DOPs or directors who looked like me specifically. So now there's many.
Yeah. I lead with a lot of empathy. And I think that it's because I came into the industry, you know, about between 15 and 10 years ago, as obviously bright-eyed, excited young person wanting to be in entertainment, not really understanding what that is. And you sort of get thrown in the deep end, like what Mampho was saying, you are unheard. So being unheard also means that you sort of get lost in the in the chaos of it all. And I think that I lead with empathy because you know there were certain spaces in my journey that I could have had somebody that I could come to say, okay, you know, I'm a bit lost here, I don't know, you know, what, or I've got personal issues, or whatever the case is. When I came into the space, it was a 12-hour day, call time at 5, you know, no one is asking you, how did you get here at 5 a.m. this morning? You know, how are you getting home? No one asks you that. And I was in the production office, and we always the first ones to arrive and the last people to leave. And you never hear your superiors or your line managers, you know, kind of checking in on you as a young person to say, are you actually okay?
Are you actually okay? Yeah.
How are you finding the journey? Are you growing from the person you're reporting to? Those are the things that I think I missed when I was coming into the space, and I now make a conscious effort to do as a leader for my team.
Yeah. I mean, I think what she's saying is very important because when I started out, I was an editor, always in the edit suite. And as an editor, sometimes you don't sleep.
And you don't even know if it's dark or light outside.
And thinking about it, I actually used to sleep there. And I could actually imagine my mom being worried as to like, where's her daughter? Is she safe? Where she's staying, you know? Sure. And I can't imagine another woman having to go through that, you know, because I'm just thinking safety. And if you're going to be empathetic, I mean, I think you need to understand also that this is a woman, and her safety has to come first, especially in the environment in which we're living in, you know, we're living in general as a country.
For sure.
So I hope that that's something that people are actually still thinking about, women's safety in the industry. 5 a.m. call times, do they have a car? Do they have to take a taxi? Is somebody fetching them? Do people actually think about that? I'm imagining, they say you're coming from Elokshini, you have to walk, the taxis are so far, you have to walk. Yes, taxis start at 4 a.m. Do you have to walk from your house to, I don't know if productions actually think about those types of things in terms of women's safety in the industry. So it's quite, you know.
So what measures do you guys believe can be put into place, or like any sort of ideas going forward that could be done to, you know, protect women and the safety of women?
At the company that I work for, which is led primarily by women.
Lovely.
We often joke that Pepsi's the only man and you know, the thorn amongst the roses. And we are very conscious about how women are treated on set, even from the language that we use with one another. Yeah. Not only just, you know, their physical safety, but their mental well-being as well. So, you know, on all our productions, we always provide crew transport. And that's something that is often not budgeted for when producers submit their budgets to the likes of, you know, channel. And it's important because, like you said, has to wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning to get to the taxis to make that 5 a.m. call time. And providing that relief creates a healthier work environment. People walk on set with a sense of calm because they know that they've been fetched from their homes and dropped off, you know. And I think that I would like to see followed through in more productions as opposed to just our little bubble that we live in, you know. I think a lot of producers don't take that into account. It's like, we don't pay you to come to work. That's the rhetoric that is given. And I think besides that, we also have a consultant that is available to the crew and ourselves as well as managers. That when you're feeling unsafe, or you know, there is somebody that you know you can even call or text anonymously for that problem to be dealt with in a delicate way, so that it's not, you don't fear that, okay, what, I'm going to be judged, or I'm going to be, you know, marked as the troublemaker or whatever, you know.
Emotional.
So those kind of things, I think, are measures that more producers should take on the sets that they manage. Yeah.